This is the 26th video in our series, looking at how to complete a basic setup and configuration of a Synology Network Attached Storage Device, or as they're more commonly referred to, a NAS. In this video, we're going to install and configure an application onto our NAS called PhotoStation. PhotoStation is an application that will allow us to display and organize photographs either individually or grouped together in albums. So in this video, we will look at the process for installing PhotoStation from within Package Center. Then after installing PhotoStation, we will review where PhotoStation stores our library of photographs, along with configuring PhotoStation so that it can be used by the users of our home network. In order to install and configure PhotoStation, we first need to log into the DSM Manager using our administrator's credentials. From the DSM's desktop, if we now select Package Center, when Package Center opens, we are shown a screen that displays all of the packages that can be installed onto this model of Synology NAS. In order to find the PhotoStation package, we can use the provided filters. If we change the category filter from All Packages to Multimedia, PhotoStation will be listed as one of the multimedia packages that we can install. An alternative method for finding packages within Package Center is via the search bar. By typing Photo and then pressing Enter on the keyboard, the PhotoStation package will once again be listed. Let's select Install and then take a look at the process for installing this package onto our NAS. As the PhotoStation application is based on web technology, we're first asked to install a version of PHP. PHP, or Hypertext Preprocessor, is a general-purpose programming language, which in this instance will be used to allow the images that we have stored on our NAS to be viewable from within a web page. Let's select Yes and download an instance of PHP onto our NAS. Once the PHP package has been downloaded, we are presented with an install wizard. As the NAS that we are working from has been configured with multiple volumes, we need to choose which volume we will be installing the PHP package onto. When we created our volumes, we decided to use Volume 1 as the location where we store the operating system for our NAS, and where possible, the location where we install packages. Volume 2, as it is the larger of the two volumes, we have decided to use as a location where we can store media files. Let's select Volume 1 as the location where we install the PHP package. The option Always install new packages on this volume in the future we will leave unticked, as this gives us more flexibility as to where packages can be installed in the future. When we select Next, we're asked to confirm the settings for the PHP package. You can see that after the package has been installed, it will automatically run. Let's choose Apply to install PHP 7. As soon as the PHP package has been installed, Package Center automatically starts to download PhotoStation. When the PhotoStation package has been downloaded, we are once again presented with an installation wizard. However, this time, the wizard is to help us install PhotoStation. As PhotoStation will automatically create a new network share in the volume that we select to install this package into, we need to choose the larger of the two volumes that we have. Once again, we will leave Always Install New Packages on this volume in the future unticked. When we select Next, we are asked to confirm our settings. You can see that PhotoStation will automatically start running after it has been installed. Let's select Apply. Before the installation is complete, we are informed that we can upload photos to a shared folder that the PhotoStation package has just created. We're also informed of two tools that we can use to upload photographs with. When we select OK, we are returned to Package Center. Let's close Package Center and then from the DSM's desktop, let's configure PhotoStation. First, let's open Control Panel. From within Control Panel, we need to locate the File Sharing section, and then select Shared Folder. You can see that the PhotoStation package automatically created a shared folder called Photo. However, unlike the other packages that we've previously installed, when we go to set the user or group access permissions for this folder, the options to make changes to permissions are grayed out, and we are informed that we need to set access permissions from within the PhotoStation application. Let's select OK, and instead take a look at Indexing Service, which can also be found in the Control Panel. When we select Indexing Service, under Media Indexing, we need to check that PhotoStation has been listed next to Applications. Next, if we select Indexed Folder, we also need to confirm that the shared folder called Photo is being indexed for photographs. Indexing is important as it uses a database on our NAS to record information about the files in PhotoStation, which in turn will improve the speed that PhotoStation can find and display an image. Let's close Indexed Folder and take a look at Application Portal. As you can see here, the PhotoStation application is not listed like the other multimedia applications that we've already installed onto our NAS. This is because the PhotoStation package has automatically created a default alias called Photo, which cannot be customized. If we also select Privileges, you can see that PhotoStation is not listed. Unlike Download Video and Audio Station, PhotoStation has been designed to be configured exclusively within the application. So with this in mind, let's close the Control Panel and open PhotoStation so that we can complete its configuration. If we select Package Center, and then we choose Installed, we can see all of the packages that have been installed onto this NAS. When we select PhotoStation, the PhotoStation application will load in a new browser tab. As currently we have not yet uploaded any photographs to PhotoStation, no images are displayed. However, you can see that we have automatically been signed in as the administrator. From the sidebar of PhotoStation, we first need to select Settings. You can see that we have an option called User Accounts. If we select that option, a list of the accounts that we've created on our NAS are displayed. We can then individually select each user account and by selecting Edit, assign access privileges to PhotoStation. As you can see, by default all users of our NAS are given permissions to browse any albums created, but they are unable to upload or manage photos in PhotoStation. If we wanted the users of our NAS to have privileges beyond the default, we could individually select each user account and manually assign privileges to each user. However, it's quicker and more convenient to assign privileges to PhotoStation on a group basis. So let's select Close to both Assign Privileges and Edit to return us to our user accounts. Now from the sidebar, let's select Groups. As this NAS is being built for a fictitious family to use, we want everyone in the family to have access to PhotoStation. If we select Family Group and then choose Edit, we can now assign access privileges to our family group, which will not only allow the whole family to browse photo albums, but also upload and manage the photographs in PhotoStation. Let's select Save to update PhotoStation settings. We can now close the tab that is displaying PhotoStation and take a look at the other ways that we can load PhotoStation from our computer. If from the desktop of our DSM we select Main Menu, we will see a PhotoStation icon listed. When we select PhotoStation, a new browser tab will open and PhotoStation will be displayed in its own browser window. Let's log out of this user account and return to the DSM by closing this browser tab. The third method for accessing PhotoStation is via its alias. But in order to test that PhotoStation's alias is working correctly, we first need to log out of the DeskStation Manager. Now from the address bar of our browser, we need to enter the IP address of our NAS, followed by a / and the word photo. When we press enter on the keyboard, PhotoStation will load. Let's now sign into PhotoStation by using an account for one of the adults in our fictitious family. So to recap, in this video we installed and configured PhotoStation. This was done by first locating and then installing the PhotoStation package. As part of the PhotoStation installation, we also needed to install the PHP package. With PhotoStation installed onto our NAS, we then checked that as part of the installation process, PhotoStation had created a network share called Photo. It was at this point that we discovered that PhotoStation needs to be configured in a different way to either audio or video station. After checking that index services, application portal, and privileges were all correctly configured, we discovered that in order to configure PhotoStation, we actually needed to make changes to its settings from within the PhotoStation application. So we loaded PhotoStation and assigned access privileges to the users of our NAS from within the application. Finally, we tested that we could log into the PhotoStation application using the login credentials for one of the adults in our fictitious family. In the next video in this series, we are going to take a look at installing and configuring Media Server. Media Server will allow the multimedia content stored in audio, video, and PhotoStation to be accessible from devices classed as digital media adapters.